Praise the Lord. Welcome to my Bible School. Today we are going to learn the summary of Exodus. The summary of Exodus, date and place, written as a part of the law during the 11 months at Mount Sinai about 1688 BC. Author, Moses the lawgiver and leader of Israel during the Exodus and wilderness wanderings. Theme, among the ancient Jews, the Pentateuch was in the form of one book and written on one scroll called HaTorah, the law, and Sefer HaTorah, the book of the law. It was in time divided into 5 sections called the 5 parts of the law, each section named by the leading Hebrew word or words in first verse. The title of this book was Eli Shemoth. These are the names, or simply Shemoth, names. Exodus signifies a departure or going out, referring to the leading event of the book, the going out of the Egypt by the children of Israel. The structure of the book in the first few sentences show that it is a part of and a continuation of Genesis. It introduces another great epoch in history of Israel. What Genesis sets forth in prophecy, Exodus records in history. It records the wonderful prophetic increase of Israel during the 145 years between Joseph and Exodus, the persecution and oppression of Israel in Egypt, their deliverance by the power of God, the exodus from Egypt, the giving of the law, the building of the tabernacle, and the beginning of the Aaronic priesthood. It sketches the early life of Moses and his call to lead Israel out of Egypt, tells of pledges which made Pharaoh willing to permit Israel to live, and records the fundamental principles of the constitution of a Jewish nation. Here we have the history of political and religious organization of Israel as a people of God and a mighty nation among men. The book may be divided into 2 main parts, historical and legislative. For historical, chapter 1, verse 1 to chapter 19, verse 25, and for legislative, chapter 20, verse 1 to chapter 40, verse 38. Purpose: to continue the history of Israel in fulfillment of the covenant, the promises, and the prophecies given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob concerning their seed, to show the time, circumstances, the purpose of the law given by Moses to Israel, and to record the organization of the nation and the establishment of a visible form or worship with God dwelling in midst of his people. Statistics. Second book of the Bible. 40 chapters. 1 to 13 verses. 3 to 692 words. 1089 verses of history. 129 verses of fulfilled prophecy. 2 verses of unfulfilled prophecy. 58 questions. 827 commands. 240 predictions. 28 promises. 35 of 42 miracles by Moses. Thank you and praise the Lord.